welcome to episode 37 of the Little Black Cat Knits podcast, a podcast all about knitting and crocheting and all the other crafty things I happen to delve in. I'm your host, Ashley, coming at you from New Jersey, where I live with my husband, my 3 sons, and my little black cat, who you could probably hear. As I said in my last episode, he purrs louder than a lawnmower. If you see me leaning forward at all, I've got stuff up on my iPad because I didn't write show notes, as one does. Anyway, if you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. It's lovely to have you. Today is Tuesday, September 3rd, 2024, and it's 10:30 in the morning. My 2 older babies are off on their first day of school. My 1-year-old is napping, so we're jumping right in. Should probably let you guys know where to find me. First of all, I am the owner and dyer behind Gatti Yarn Co. You can find all of my hand-dyed yarn on Etsy as Gatti Yarn Co. You can find me on Instagram as Gatti Yarn Co. And you can find me on Ravelry as AM Gatti. You can also find my knitting patterns, well, pattern, usually one. I am working on another one, on Ravelry also. Yeah, it's been a while since, I think 2 months since I've sat down to film a proper podcast. You know, back in the end of July, I did film a kind of day in the life vlog. But yeah, so we would be a little rusty. But now that the kids are back in school, I think I should be able to get back on a more regular podcasting schedule. I'm on a good crafting schedule. We're about to get into all that. But yeah, let's do some admin stuff first really quick before we jump into the fun things. First things first, I am hosting the Halloween Sock Along 2024 over on Instagram, and the goal is basically just knit as many Halloween socks as you can between now and October 31st. As long as it's Halloween themed yarn or a Halloween themed pattern, it counts. Tag me at Gatti Yarn Co. or use the hashtag Halloween Sock Along 2024 so I can see all the stuff you guys are making. I'm loving it so far. Everybody's making such great things. I'm so excited. But yeah, that is that. Also, this month's mystery clubs are currently on sale, and they will be up until end of day Sunday, September 8th. That's generally whenever I go to bed, which is usually about 10 p.m. This month's Lord of the Rings club is inspired by Bilbo Baggins's 111th birthday party. And this month's Taylor Swift club is inspired by the song Gorgeous. So if you guys don't know about my clubs, I will show you last month, yes. Woo! So this is August's Lord of the Rings club inspired by Boromir, called My Brother, My Captain, My King. And this is last month's Taylor Swift club inspired by the song Wonderland and the album 1989. So, yeah, Licorice, my dude, I love you. Get out of here. Yeah, I think that's all the admin-y stuff that's going on. We're gonna get into some FOs. There's a bit since the last time I checked in. Lots and lots of whips, some acquisitions. Words. I have not gotten up this early since June. So, my pumpkin spice latte that I got this morning has not quite kicked in yet as far as caffeine goes. Cat, I love you. Goodbye. He's gonna be such a pain in the ass. Just warning you guys. So yeah, let's jump into some FOs. I will start with the 2 that were, the 2 that were whips last time, and then I have 3, 4 that weren't even thought of last time. Oh no, wait, I have 2 other. Okay, hold on. 2 of them I don't have with me because they're in the baby's room. So I'll insert pictures. So you know what? Let's start with those. The very first finished object I have to talk about is, I will put it here somewhere, a photo the baby blanket that I was making for my sister-in-law. She's having a scheduled C-section, so my new baby niece or nephew will be here September 27th, and I'm very excited. So I was, kind of forcing myself to finish the blanket as quickly as possible. But this is the Rainbow Ripple blanket. I don't know the designer. I literally have Ravelry open. Hang on, guys. By, oh my God, licorice. I can't see. By Celeste Young. And I used almost 2 full, this is what was left, Karen big cakes. I bought 3 because I wasn't sure how big I wanted to make the blanket. And then by the time I got almost done with the second cake, I realized it was plenty big. But this is the Karen big cakes in the rainbow jellies color. I have this much left of the second cake. So I think I used about, I would say, 2 3/4. Just lay, baby. Just lay. So that is all done and hiding out in Peter's closet until I can give it to my sister-in-law. But that one was so much fun to make and just so squishy, and like I think I want one for myself. Well, Keith kept saying that he wanted a blanket out of it when he saw me making it. So I might actually make a small, like very small, like 1-person throw size out of what's left of that. But yeah, so that's FO number 1. Let's talk about FO number 2, which I will also insert a photo of here because this one is also in the baby's room. But this is the mini Halloween heart by Megan Regan, or Bag Wolf Girl Sits in Knits. Wow, apparently I took no notes about this on Ravelry. Good job, me. I'm gonna have to fill that in later. Anyway, I made this sweater for my baby, my son Peter, and I made the whatever is for like the 2-year size. And yeah, I picked the boo motif, as you can see, for the yoke. I also did not have as much black yarn as I thought I was going to. I was really afraid I was going to run out while I was knitting the sleeves. So what I ended up doing was, if you notice at the bottom, I mimicked the 3 candy corn stripes at the top. I mimicked that right below the hem, and then, or right above the hem, I should say. And then I did the candy corn kind of color blocking on the sleeves so that I wouldn't run out of yarn. And I think it came out so adorable. It fits him great. We've tried it on a couple times, and I'm very excited for it to get cold enough for him to wear it because he looks so stinking cute in it. Okay, there's a lot to talk about today, guys. I don't want to be spending my entire baby's nap time filming, so we're going to try to work our way through this as quickly as possible. But let's start with the next FO. I am too lazy to grab my sock blockers down, guys, so forgive me. But we're rolling with it. It's how we do it here, as always. But I finished my Pennywise socks. I actually finished these while we were on vacation in July. But these are just regular old vanilla socks knit out of Nomadic yarns in the You'll Float 2 colorway. And then the cuffs and toes are Dragon Horde yarn in Healer. And the heels are Knit Picks Stroll in Strawberry. I did 64 stitches, magic loop, 2x2 ribbing for 20 rounds for the cuff. Couldn't tell you how many rounds for the legs. I don't even think I wrote that down in Ravelry either. And then heel flap and gusset, and then do 60 rounds for the foot and just regular old toe. That is those. Not really much else to say about it. So we're gonna move right along. This next FO has a bit of a woe woven into it, I should say. But this is my carved pullover. It is done. It is beautiful. I had a little bit of an issue with it. You can't tell like this, I don't think, but if I flip it around, you can see the back is shorter than the front. So I blocked this. This is all entirely my own fault. Completely forgetting that I literally, I don't even know how I forgot, but I forgot that I knit this out of acrylic yarn. So I blocked it like I would block wool. Like, I soaked it and then laid it out to dry, and it took forever to dry, and then it like smelled like it smelled like it was like molded. I was like, this is disgusting. But when I pulled it off the blocking mats, the shape was fine. It was perfect. It fit. It was great. But I had to get that smell out. So I put it in the wash and I put it in the dryer like I do with all my acrylic stuff. And then it just came out so misshapen. I don't know what happened. The yarn is still so soft and it's so comfortable. I mean, it kind of actually, like, if I can get it to lay on me properly, I've worn it. And actually when I wear it, it kind of like evens itself out and like you can't really tell. But I also wear it with like a neon yellow tank top underneath, so it looks like the jack-o'-lantern's glowing. It's kind of fun. But wearing it wise, it fits great and it's comfortable. I'm just like so mad at myself. Like, how did I forget that I knit this out of acrylic yarn? Like, guys, I don't even know anymore. I think it was just like summer and I can't. I don't know. But it's done. It's comfortable. I've already worn it because we had like one random like 70-degree day last month, and I was like, oh, perfect. It's Halloween. It's always Halloween. You've been here long enough. You know how that goes. Return of the Jensen Ackles Cup. We're rolling with it. All right, I have 4 more FOs to talk about. Nothing super crazy. These I have to pull up the Ravelry project page for because I forgot the yarn dyer. Okay. So these are just some 4th of July shorties. And this yarn is a yarn to dye for designs in the colorway Boom. It was a 50-gram sock set. She does not dye yarn anymore. I bought this, I want to say last year when she was having her going out of business sale. So unfortunately she does not dye yarn anymore, but I brought these with me on vacation when we went down the shore because I wanted some like easy vacation knitting. So I made these shorties same way I do all of my shorties. US 1 2.25 millimeter needle, magic loop, 10 rounds of 2x2 ribbing for the cuff, 10 rounds for the leg, heel flap and gusset, 60 rounds for the foot, and then a regular old toe. But yeah, I really need more shorty socks in my life, and I don't know if you can see, I don't know if they're in frame, but I have a bunch of 50-gram Halloween sets from Polka Dot Creek, and I have some 50-gram Halloween sets in here from Area 51 Fibers that I'm going to start knitting more shorties with, because even though I love my taller socks, I really need more shorties. Anyway, that's those. Nothing too crazy to say about them. They're done. I've worn them a couple times. They're comfy. Moving right along. Another pair of socks. You guys haven't seen those. You guys haven't seen these either, because I cast both of these on for vacation knitting. But these I just finished the other day. These are my Sharknado socks. This self-striping is the Sharknado colorway from Nomadic Yarns. And the heels, toes, and cuffs are Knit Pick Stroll in black. And I knit these the same as I knit everything else. Socks are pretty standard, guys. I do the same pattern, same routine for me, and then Keith has his own recipe that I use for him, and it's all kosher. So that's that. Really not much to say about the socks, honestly. Okay, we're gonna move right along. Licorice, stop scratching that. Hey, stop it. Bruce left his Lego box in here, so of course the cat has to like go all in on it. Anyway, next FO, which you haven't seen because it was a new cast on for that same vacation. I don't know why I cast on so many things for that vacation. Like, I thought I was going to have so much knitting time. I didn't. Anyway, is this Binks hat by Haley Quinn of Lock Knits. And I knit this out of Muse 2320 fiber in their Pipit DK base in the colorway Siren. I just really wanted a cabled hat, and I had this DK weight yarn, and I was like, what am I going to do with it? And yeah, I actually really love the way this came out. It's like It's just the squish. I know I keep saying that, but like, oh, I love working with fingering weight yarn, but man, the thicker weight yarns, the squish is really just out of control. I put this on, but we're gonna not do that right now. But that is that. I have one last FO to show you, and will lead me into sort of something else. But go back. Okay, but yeah. So, I don't know if you guys know. I don't even know if you can see me. But Nicole of Witch and Knit Mama is hosting the Emotional Support Ghost Make-Along. And I like to knit all of my shop samples in ghosties. So I use the Grim Grinning Ghosts pattern, I believe is what it's called. Hang on. I'll pull it up for you. I'm literally working on one. Ow. Licorice. Yes, it's the Grim Grinning Ghosts by Susan Claudino. And yeah, so here's a ghostie. This is knit out of my Danger Days colorway from the My Chemical Romance collection. And these are just some normal safety eyes I got on Amazon. But yeah, I follow the pattern to a T. I don't change anything as far as stitches or needles or anything. But yeah, like I said, I like knitting my shop samples as ghosties. They're, you probably can't see, they're probably not in frame, but I have the other two My Chemical Romance colorways knit up there. I also have a couple of the old colorways that I don't dye up anymore in ghosties, but the kids claim them as their toys. So, but if you really want to see them, if you go on my Instagram, there is a highlight on my Instagram page titled Ghost Samples. But yeah, that is my last FO. Yeah, we're cruising here, guys. How long have I been talking? Almost 20 minutes. Oh boy. And we haven't even gotten into whips. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is, we'll call it a UFO, half finished object. I don't know. It is my supernatural blanket. The reason I'm calling it half UFO is because, you guys, which is the front, this is the front. I finished the first panel. Took me 16 and a half episodes, in case you were wondering. Panel 1 is done and glorious. I am obsessed with how it came out. It looks so good. So that is that. And we are cruising. I don't want to lose my hook. Did I put a stitch marker in here? No, why would I? My hook is somewhere. Where'd my hook go? Hey, when this happens. Oh my god, this is a tangled mess. Alright, you know what, we'll deal with that later. Anyway, panel 2 is past the halfway point. So I just need another SPN binge day, and this one will be done. I didn't keep track of how many episodes this one took me. Or is taking me, I should say. The other one only has that because when I went to start the next panel, I was halfway through episode 17 of season 1, and that's the only way. That's the only reason I know. But yeah, let's keep moving. All right, Licorice, please, I love you. All right, hang on. It's actually not as many whips as I thought it was going to be. This one will keep there for a minute, but okay. Let's talk about what's living in here, and that is my folklore cardigan. This is the folklore cardigan from Lion Brand Yarn, and it is inspired by Taylor Swift's folklore cardigan. I'm knitting it out of Loops and Threads Impeccable in the Aran colorway is the main color, and I want to say the black in the stripes is Lion Brand Heartland in whatever the black of that is. But since we last spoke, there has been some serious progress on this, guys. I have finished the back panel. Isn't she so pretty? So the back panel is done. And not only is the back panel done, but you guys, the left, wait, other way. The left and right front panels are done. They look so good. I can't. I cannot wait to get this thing done and seamed, and just, it is going to be beautiful. It's a labor of love, for sure. But currently I am working on the first sleeve. I cast this on and did all of this work on Sunday. Tuesday, Sunday. This was all day Sunday. I have been like hyper focusing on this project, and I don't know if it's because I really want to wear it. I don't know if it's because I want to get it done, because I have plans over here. I have to cast on a Darth Vader inspired sweater for Keith. I've got a spring court that needs to be knit. There's yarn in here somewhere up for a Cargill. I've got yarn in there for a Nightshade Society. I just ordered 2 sweaters quantity worth of yarn from Ruby and Roses. Like, I need to calm down. But yeah, I'm feeling like I think I really just want to get it done so that I can move on to all of the other sweater patterns I have going, because this one is so long term and it is taking me a long time. But now that I'm about a quarter of the way through the first sleeve, and all that I have left to do is this sleeve, the second sleeve, and then seaming it all together in the button band, which when you say it out loud sounds like a lot, but it's really not all that bad when you really sit and think about it, you know? So I feel like I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel with this cardigan, but I'm loving it. I am loving it so much. And I even said to Keith, like, I'm loving it so much that I said to Keith, because he asked me a while ago if I would ever make him like a traditional Irish cabled sweater. And I was like, I don't know, it's a lot, you know. But I actually said to him the other day, I was like, you know what? Working on this folklore makes me realize that all over cabling is really not that bad. And I don't hate it as much as I thought I did. And I chalk that up a lot to the fact that I have taught myself how to cable without a cabled needle. I feel like that really helps. I clearly need to refill my water. But anyway, that is my folklore cardigan. Moving right along. In the big old Spider-Man bag is my doodle cowl, which is by Jamie Lomax of Pacific Knit Co. And she's hosting a doodle along. I forget the exact name of it, but whips are allowed, so darn toot and I will be working on this. But we've made lots of progress on this since I last showed you. So we've got Mothman is done. We've got a Boo, some Moons of Graveyard, some Mr. Skellies, and most recently, some Cauldrons. But yeah, I am using, all of this is knit out of Knit Picks Brava Sport. I'm using, let's see, I'm using charts from the Autumn Doodle Cowl, which I'm using the numbers for because I'm making an infinity cowl. But I'm using charts from that. I'm also using charts from Autumn 2 and the Monster Doodle patterns. So I'm mixing and matching. I'm picking kind of based on what some of it's what I feel like would go good next. Some of it is color placement, what I think color-wise will look best next, and whatnot. I'm trying really hard not to put like 2 white backgrounds together, or like 2 black backgrounds together, or like a white and a black. Like if this one's black and white, I don't want to put the next one as black and white also. You know what I mean? Try to break it up. But I'm loving it so far. Like I said last time, I'm not sure how long it's going to be. I'm not sure how many motifs I'm going to put in. I mean, obviously it's got to be longer than this, right? This doesn't even wrap around my neck once. But yeah, this is another long-term one that I'm hoping to get done before Halloween. If not, it doesn't matter. I mean, you guys know me. I wear Halloween all year long as I sit here in my Beetlejuice sweatshirt, which I got from Walmart. Really cute, by the way. Anyway, that's all I have to say about my doodle cowl. It's cruising. All right, I only have 2 other whips to talk about, and then we can jump into other things. But my first whip is living in this bag from Blackbird Sycamore Yarn Co. Nice little Halloween bag. And this is what I'm working on currently for the Halloween sock along. I am knitting Keith a pair of socks out of my This Is Halloween mega sock set. I currently don't have any of these in the shop because they are a big pain in the butt to dye. But if there's interest, let me know in the comments below, and we'll see if maybe we can make an update for this happen. But he only likes shorty socks. If you've been here before, you know this. So I do toe up for his socks. I cast on 16 stitches. I increase using the same method that Allison of Lofty Loops does, and I increase until 36 stitches, and then I do 80 rounds for the foot. Fish lips kiss heel, 10 rounds for the leg, 10 rounds for the cuff. Now he liked the scrappy stripy version that I made myself with this sock set. I'll pop a picture here. I think I made this like a year or two ago. But he doesn't like long legs. So I was trying to figure out a way to kind of like get that same effect. So what I did was I did the striping on the foot, and then I decided both cuffs of each sock will be black, and then I alternated for the heels and the toes. So this sock has the green for the toe and the purple for the heel. This sock, I'm almost done with the foot. I think I'm past the halfway point. Yeah, I'm past the halfway point for the foot. This sock has the yellow for the toe and will have the orange for the heel, and then the black for the cuff again. And yeah, that way they can be scrappy and stripy and matchy all at the same time. But these are for Keith. US 1 2.25. Like I said, these are a 72 stitch count sock. And yeah, one more thing to add to the me and Keith's matching Halloween sock journey. Okay, I have 1.5-ish whips left because the last whip will lead into acquisitions. So in this bag from Midwest Stitches, this little Casper bag, I am working on another ghosty sample as part of, did I really just lose all my stitches? You guys. No! Alright, it's fine. We'll have to cast on again. Let me just like fix where I'm at. This is why we don't stop when there's like 3 stitches on the needles and then forget to put needle stoppers on. Lesson learned. Anyway, I'm working on a ghost sample out of my Practical Magic colorway. There are 4 sock sets for Practical Magic available in the shop currently. But here's what it looks like all balled up. Here's my 2 little arms. And I had the start of a tail, but as you just saw, it unraveled. So yes, this will be another ghosty sample. So in a little while, when he's all done, he will look like this. But right now, just some little arms. So really not much to talk about for that one. But yeah, so that's that. Moving right along. This last whip, I'm only going to be showing you the yarn that I'm using and the bag that it is in because it is my next sock design. Right. Of course, that's what Licorice decides to lay on. And this also leads into acquisitions. I have purchased this Supernatural bag and, all right, listen, squeak. The yarn cozy that the cake of yarn is in from Lila Styles. And yeah, I don't even know if you'll really be able to see. Well, that's the cozy. I don't know if you'll really be able to see the color. I guess I can show you guys the back of the sock design actually, because it's really like not much, just some moss stitch. But that is the yarn for the sock. It is Yarnaceous Fibers in her Salta Fingering 85 Superwash Merino 15% nylon, 437 yards per 100 grams. And this was 1 month of her, I forget what she called it. It was like something with like her dinosaur club with like different, like pop culture shows referencing dinosaurs. And this one was her Supernatural Bad Place, which is season 13, episode 9. That's the inspiration photo. And if you can't guess based on my yarn cozy and my yarn choice and my bag, what is inspiring this sock pattern? I'll just tell you. It's going to be called the Winchester Brothers Socks. And I'm currently working on it. Not 100% sure how I feel about it. It may get ripped out and tweaked, but as of right now, that's what we've got going. I haven't really worked on it much because I have to kind of concentrate, and I've really been focusing on a lot of mindless stuff with back to school starting and everything. You really love to lay where you are not supposed to be, don't you? Little boopies. Stop knocking over the baby monitor. Okay. Sticking with the acquisitions because there's a lot of them. Oh, I believe her name is Angelica of Lila Stylists. Or, yeah, I believe. Also sent this along when I ordered that Supernatural bag as an extra. And then what she had a sale going. I'm trying to remember which ones these I've already had and which ones I ordered from her. So hang on. I think I already had that one. She had a sale going on a while ago in her shop. I forget how much of what or whatever, but I went Yarn Cozy Crazy. We've got Hocus Pocus. We got Women of Horror. We've got Freddy Krueger. We've got Halloween sugar cookies. We've got more Women of Horror. We've got Jason Voorhees and Friends. Like, I'm all over the place, guys. I actually think that I also ordered this Tim Burton one, but I already had it because she sent it in another bag purchase like a while ago, and I didn't realize it, but whatever, it's fine. But yeah, I went Yarn Cozy Crazy. And it's actually really funny because all of the projects I am currently working on, I haven't had to cake up any yarn. It's all been balled up from like stash. So I haven't even really had to use them, so it like bums me out, but it's fine. There will always be more yarn to cake up and use them with. I have a couple more acquisitions, and then I think we can move on to life and what I've been reading. But naturally, as I said in the last podcast, Ashley of Nomadic Yarns has shop update with more Halloween colors I didn't have. So here we go. I have a problem, guys. Like, so much of this is Nomadic Yarn Halloween. Anyway, so this is her Carrie inspired colorway called They're All Gonna Laugh at You on her twisty sock, which is 400 yards per 100 grams, 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. I don't know if you noticed, when I order from Nomadic Yarns, I don't stick to one base. I stick to her fingering, but I don't always just get the 75-25. Sometimes I get the 80-20 because I just want the colorway in a fingering weight. It doesn't matter to me what the fiber content is at that point, basically. And I actually really like her 80-20. It's like squishy. But anyway, that's the Carrie inspired colorway. And then I also got Ichabod. Obviously, Sleepy Hollow Headless Horseman, you guys know. On her trusty sock base, which is 462 yards per 100 grams, 75-25, superwash merino nylon. So that's that. And now, if she would come back out with her practical magic stuff, and I could get my hands on the Sally Owens colorway, I'll have all the practical magic colors. I have a problem. It's fine. Anyway, last two of my acquisitions I got from Fate's Thread. She is shutting down her shop, so just everything is on super duper sale. So I don't really have a lot of Christmas bags, so I got this Supernatural Christmas bag, as one does. Do you guys know what my favorite show is? Can you tell? Anyway. Oh, that was fuzz. I really thought that was a bug. It scared the shit out of me. Whew. That really gave me a heart attack. Anyway, moving right along. I got myself a Supernatural Christmas bag. And because I don't have any sweater size bags, I also got this beautiful Anastasia print bag. This is one of my all-time favorite movies from when I was a kid. So when I saw this print and that she had it in a large, like, sweater size bag, I was like, yes, that is happening immediately. And yeah, so those are all my acquisitions. Like I said before, I did just place an order with Ruby and Roses for some yarn for 2 sweaters. But I'll talk about those when they come in. So yeah, moving on to reading and life stuff. I just finished, okay, backtrack. So there's novelizations of the show Supernatural. They're not novelizations of episodes, but they're novelizations of like stuff that happens in between episodes. You guys know they do this for TV shows all the time. Well, I made it my mission in life to collect all 17 of these novels, and I'm currently waiting on 2. One is supposed to arrive at the end of this month. The last one is supposed to arrive at the end of October. But those are later down in the reading order, so I have time. I think they're like books like 16 and like 14 or something. But anyway, so I read the first one and I loved it. I thought it was great. My only qualm with it was that they got Sam and Dean's eye colors wrong. And that's just me being really nitpicky. Like really nitpicky. They said Sam had brown eyes and Dean had blue eyes, and no. Sam's eyes are hazel and Dean's eyes are green. But anyway, besides the point, that was really my nitpick. I think I gave this, on Goodreads I gave it 5 stars. In like my Bookstagram, which is ashreads_books, if you want to follow me over there, I gave it like 4.75. I docked 0.25 of a star for that. But otherwise, I thought it was really good. It really felt like I was watching an episode. The characterizations of Sam and Dean were spot on. It was just like a nice palate cleanser, because like I feel like I've been like in a reading rut, and it kind of helped pull me out of it, because it was like, not that I didn't have to think, but it was almost just like, oh, okay, like here are these 2 characters that I am so familiar with that like it's like hanging out with my friends, you know what I mean? So like reading it was just like, I feel like I didn't have to think. It was just like, oh, okay, it's like Sam and Dean and they're on a case and it's fine, you know? So it really did help break me out of my reading slump, because I was like, it was just like, oh, all right, you know what, I'm gonna read this and it's gonna be easy and I'm not gonna have to think, because it's Sam and Dean and I don't have to learn new characters and a new world, and you know what I mean? So I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to read the next one, but I'm forcing myself to read the rest of the things on my TBR, not on my TBR, on my currently reading before I pick up the next one. Just because I really want to make a dent in it, because it's the amount of books I have and the amount of not reading I do, it's getting a little out of control. I mean, I pre-ordered the newest Percy Jackson book, and that's coming out at the end of this month, and I pre-ordered it like months and months and months ago, and I still haven't read the last newest Percy Jackson book. So like, do you see the problem here, guys? I really need to like get my ass in gear. But that's the last book I finished. But I don't remember if I talked about this during the last podcast, but if I did, I am still reading The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic. I love this book. I think I only have like 50 something pages left. I will probably finish it today. Chances are when I'm done recording this, I will bring it downstairs and make myself some lunch and read while I eat lunch while the baby finishes his nap. But this book is so good. It's Gilmore Girls meets Practical Magic meets cozy autumn vibes. Like, it is just so good. And that's why I was like getting mad at myself, because I was genuinely enjoying reading this every time I picked it up, but I was in such a reading slump. That's why I'm really glad that Supernatural book pulled me out of the reading slump, because now I'm just like, like I stayed up a little too late for today being the first day of school reading this. So I had to force myself to stop, otherwise I would have finished it last night. But I'm dying to know how it ends. It's so good. If you like Practical Magic, if you like Gilmore Girls, if you like cozy autumn witchy New England town vibes, this is the book for you. Just go pick it up. I foresee it being a 5-star, assuming nothing that I hate happens in the last 50 pages. But yes, that's what I've been reading. As far as watching goes, Keith and I have been watching MasterChef, and that's pretty much it. Now that the boys are back in school and like fall TV is starting. We don't get cable, so I watch my stuff generally on Tuesdays when Keith goes to work. But I know season 2 of Tracker starts next month, so I'll be watching that when that comes out. I'm doing my Supernatural rewatch, and I am planning on starting my Gilmore Girls rewatch here soon. My yearly rewatch of Gilmore Girls. That will probably be happening relatively soon. Oh, Keith and I have been rewatching How I Met Your Mother. That's pretty much it, though. It's been kind of chill. We've been watching a lot of movies. What movie did we just watch recently that was really good? Oh, we watched The Babysitter on Netflix. We did an outdoor movie night. That was a good movie. I enjoyed it. We watched Abigail, which I thought was really good. We watched Imaginary, which I really liked. We also watched Immaculate. It was okay. Don't come for me, but I really don't think Sydney Sweeney's that great of an actress. Just anyway. But yeah, life stuff. The boys started school today. I have a 3rd grader and a kindergartner, and I want to know when the heck that happened. This is the first time I'm going to be like home all day without both of them. So like there's no middle of the day drop off or pickup, and it's like I don't know what to do with myself. Like my friend Nicole texted me this morning. She's like, "So, what are you gonna do with your day?" And I was like, "I don't know." But no, I am gonna go to Walmart this afternoon after the baby naps because I can do that. I don't have to go pick anybody up. But yeah, they started school today. They've been doing karate 3 times a week. They love it. Since the last podcast, Peter turned 1. And Paul turned 5, and Bruce turned 9. We had lots of birthdays since the last time I podcasted. But yeah, Peter still refuses to walk. We're working on it. He's getting there. But he does love to shout at the TV and yell at me and go, "Tay Tay." So the Eras Tour movie is on a lot in my house because Peter's obsessed with Tay Tay, as he calls her. But yeah, we went to a town fair yesterday, a couple towns over, and that was a lot of fun. There is a carnival going on this weekend in town that we will probably take the boys to. But other than that, it's time to just get back into the routine of school. And as much as I hate waking up early, and I hate my children fighting with me every morning to get ready, I am ready to get back in routine. So, that being said, I think that's all there really is to chat about. If you stuck around for this long, thanks for hanging out with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that jazz. And don't forget to join the Halloween Sock Along. Use the hashtag Halloween Sock Along 2024 on Instagram and tag me in your pictures. I'd love to see all the wonderful Halloween things you're making. Head on over to the shop if you're interested in this month's clubs or just some general Halloween yarn, because it is spooky season 24/7, 365 over at Gatti Yarn Co. So, that all being said, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you in my next video. Happy knitting!